I believe
That
we're
was
live.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Did you say anything?
I said all right. I should have counted down. That's sorry.
All right. That means
I was like,
sometimes he's
Kevin's
live.
just testing the smoke machines? Is that a thing we do?
No, I'm sorry.
All right,
I should have
test that.
counted down. I don't know. Wires were crossed. I was ready to count down 30 seconds beforehand and then realized the other room, Station 1, wasn't streaming, so I had to run out there, hit start. Sorry. We're live.
That's a nice color on you, just so you know.
Thanks, Mike.
I
That's a
like
nice
that
color on
color.
you.
What's
Hey,
up,
good morning.
everybody? Welcome
What's
to
going
your
on?
early morning happy hour. It's me, Joey, and I'm joined by...
Good morning, Joe. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited for a happy hour at 9 in the morning. Come on now.
Yeah, we were trying to get some of our other time zones. Sometimes the Australias, the Europes, try and change it up a little bit like that. Nick, how are you doing this morning?
I am doing well. I'm excited to be talking to everyone at 9 a.m. I'm assuming everyone in Australia is going to call in right now. That'll be fun.
Is this even the right time to talk to people in Australia? I don't really know.
I don't know either. Nobody knows.
Or lunch if you're on the East Coast. We got a lot of options. Bless, how are you this morning?
I'm doing good. What time do we think it is in Australia right now?
9 o'clock.
Can I
9
get,
p.m.?
9? I was going to say, I was going to say 11 p.m.
I think it's 2 a.m. if I'm being honest.
I hope we hear from Australia. Oh, wow. Joey nailed
Yeah,
it.
nice.
2:07.
As I was thinking, I was like, I think it's not. I think it's the other
Dang it.
direction.
I was really
How
hoping to
about
hear from
Perth,
them.
Australia? Bet you I nailed
I wanted to
Perth.
talk to them about their
Oh
break
yeah,
games
midnight.
today.
There you go. I
Yeah.
guess we did it.
Nice job, everyone.
If you are new here, we do these happy hours once a month for our happy hour patrons. But for Pledge Month, we decided to change it up a little bit. We're doing smaller groups of us to do these Q&As, and we're doing them every week so we can get everybody in. So this week you have me and Mike and Nick and Blessing. It's very exciting. So if you are a happy hour patron on either page, you can join the Discord and ask us questions. Or if you're just hanging out, you're on the YouTube channel, you saw the Patreon post this morning, you can just hang out and watch, and we'll hang out with you, and it'll be fun. How was everybody's night last night? Want to get a
Our
little-
night was great last night. Okay, I don't think we
It
can
was
talk about
sick.
it.
I can't talk
Well, I
about
mean,
it
we
yet.
could say it that we went to it at least.
Yes, we went to.
Can we? Can we?
I don't know
Let's
that. I don't know that we
just be
can.
sure. Yeah,
Well, we
let's
all
not
posted
just-
on social media, so
That's
it's
true.
too
We
late
did.
for that.
That's true. That's a good point. We went and saw a screener for Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
And no, we can't talk about the movie yet or the quality of the film, but I will just say that we had a good time
Good time.
and we got some good snacks. And
Thanks
it
to
was
Nick,
me,
yeah.
Mike, Roger, Leanza, and
What a
it was
crew.
fun. It was a good crew.
It was a good little crew.
A very empty screening.
Yeah, 12
Oh.
people.
It felt like we
maximum.
had the
Quiet.
entire IMAX.
Press only.
Yeah, it was press
yeah.
only, but it was odd that the press didn't come out for this one because I was very hyped for this. This is a movie that I don't even think we have content planned around. Although I would love to do like a spoiler free show with you and Roger.
Somebody's
got
got to talk about this movie.
because I'd love to talk more about it. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we'll see what's in the schedule. Maybe we get you guys on something. Maybe you guys do a little Greg way about it. Who knows? Got lots of stuff going on.
We could do a Greg way about it.
Let's get to our first caller today. Arturotron, I have invited you to speak on the Discord. And maybe you're there. But maybe we can't hear you yet.
We should be able to.
Yeah, you never know how it is.
Arturotron Robo Bartender, is that you?
Robo bartender.
They're not talking, though.
Robo Bartender.
Are
yeah.
they the robo or are they serving robos?
Great question. Oh,
Yeah.
No,
dang.
think
about it.
You're
They
a
have a-
human in a robot world?
Yeah.
They have a picture of RTD2
Man.
as their thing. So RTD2, remember, he was a little server at that one yacht party that he was at.
Yeah,
Wait.
Jabba's Coke party.
Also,
Yeah.
Kevin, did you remember to unmute
R2D2?
Discord?
I did, Joe.
Perfect.
Damn, shout
that
out
came
to
up.
R2D2 serving up the Coke at the
Yeah.
Coke
But
party,
it,
bro. That's
it
lit.
looks like he's deafened and then undeafening. Deafening? He's deafened?
He's working on his
undeafened.
microphone.
He's going to deafen again?
Arturo, can we hear you? Can you hear us?
Archo, can you hear us? Joey, yeah.
I love Snug saying everyone was busy seeing Borderlands.
We saw Borderlands. We took the bullet for you.
I know. I've not listened to the Gamecast yet. I really want to.
Borderlands was such an interesting waste of time. That movie.
Yeah.
It was not so bad that it was fun.
No, it was.
man.
It's the biggest sort of crime is that it's just boring.
Oh,
That's
man.
the biggest
Arturo, I'm going
sin
to
a
put you
film
back
can
in the
have.
audience and we'll come
Hello,
back.
can you hear me now?
Hello, Arturo.
Whoa.
We got you
we
now.
found you.
Hi, sorry, that was on my side. I
No,
apologize.
it's not your fault. It's Discord's fault. This happens to us all the time, so no stress.
Oh. Okay, hi, how you all doing?
Good. How are you
We're
doing
good.
this
Good morning.
morning?
Oh, kind of a weird one. I woke up to about 1,000 notifications, and I had to figure out what did I say on the internet to piss off hundreds of strangers.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's always
Twitter
fun.
notifications.
What did you
Damn.
say here? Uncensored.
It was basically,
Uncensored.
apparently people have very strong opinions about video game budgets.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
That is outside
I
of
just
my
commented
knowledge.
maybe spending billions of dollars on one single piece of entertainment. Like, as a society, we should try to prioritize things, but that really upset a lot of GTA fans.
Oh, that would be a fan base that would probably not like that.
Regardless, I think I have a good question for you all this morning.
Okay, hit us with it.
I hope you've all had your coffee. So my question's about the concept of personal brands. A lot of people don't like the idea. A lot of people don't even think about it. But in today's world, especially people like you that are content creators, weirdly enough, me as a bartender, how you portray yourself in the public space, your persona, especially online and on social media, really affects your business, your partnership opportunities, business opportunities. And if you think about it in terms of a business, usually businesses have a mission statement and a core set of values. And if you're a smart business, you can turn those values into executionable actions. Like if you believe in diversity and inclusion, you'll put a rainbow flag on your storefront, or you'll reach out to unrepresented communities when you try to recruit people. So my question is, what do you consider the core aspects of your personal brand? And how do you think that reflects on you as a person, your beliefs and your core values?
Oh.
Damn.
Is this
Core
like,
aspects of your
are
personal
you
brand.
asking in
Good
regards
I
to
needed coffee before this question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Is this in regards to like us each individually, or us is kind of funny?
Maybe both. Who knows?
Ooh.
I don't. Yeah, from a personal standpoint, I don't think too much about the branding of Nick Scarpino, because I'm a PR nightmare. But yeah, I think if you're an individual and you're on the internet, I think it behooves you just to be yourself and just to kind of let your laurels and your the things you stand for just kind of come out in the words you say and the actions that you have. I think it's a little different when you start talking about a corporation or like a company when you've got multiple people, because you have to take everyone's sort of like world in consideration with stuff like that. And obviously, like, you're judged differently, I think, when you're a company than you are an individual. Although maybe not. I don't know. But I don't spend a ton of time thinking about it. I think we just try to do what we feel is the right thing to do and move forward.
Have like a Nick Scarpino brand for like when you do comedy?
I mean, no, I think you get away with a little bit more when you're doing comedy, because you can be a little sillier and a little more creative and a little, a little more outlandish and larger than life when you're on stage than you can when you're here. But not actually, I mean, you can be just every bit as silly on a podcast, because you have other people that can obviously give you context and give the listener context for any of the crazy stuff you're saying. So I don't think too much about it, honestly. Maybe I should. What about you, Blessing? What's the
it's a
Blessing
tough one.
Adeoye Jr. brand?
That's the thing is, I don't know if I have a strong brand. Like, I'd be more curious to hear from Mike, who does a lot of streaming, right? Or if even Andy or even Greg were here, which I think, there's a level of, when you think of Greg Miller, there are certain things you think about, right? You think of Oreos, you think of chicken wings, you think of a man taking his shirt off, Ghostbusters, wrestling, right? Like, when I think of Mike, I think of like I think of live commentary for some reason, but I guess that is what your what your thing is, right? Like, that's that's part one of your passions there. But yeah, I think it's somebody who's like loud, passionate, charismatic, somebody who likes Xbox, somebody who likes Fall Guys, et cetera, et cetera. When I think of Andy, I think of Nitro Rifle, right? I think for me, I have, not that I haven't built as strong of a brand, but I guess when I think about my personal brand, I just think of like myself as a person, right? Like, I feel like a lot of that falls into like, I'm not doing as much streaming, I'm not doing as much of my own content on the side, and so like I think a lot of my personality stuff is just based on like me being on Kind of Funny and me being opinionated about video games and talking about video game news, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I feel like outside of that, like, the way I exist online is just as me as a person, right? Like, when you go through my tweets or when you go through my Instagram, I'm not speaking as or posting as like Blessing the personality. I'm just like posting as me the person. And like, I think when you see, was it Arturatron that did yeah, when I think about even like the actionable items that a person might have, right, as far as like, you identify with these causes and so you promote these things, or you like, you're passionate about X thing and so you push X thing, right? Like, I think for me it is kind of who I am in the moment is who I like put out there. And so like, I think for me, when I think about a lot of my morals or a lot of my values, right? Like, I don't know, politically, I don't think people like wonder about what I think politically, right? Because I've talked about this stuff before, but yeah, like that's just the stuff.
Hardcore Trump supporter.
Exactly. Yeah, God, you know?
We get it.
make was it Stay Great America? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's Stay Great America. Stay classy,
Great
San
America.
Diego.
Stay classy. But yeah, like I feel like you know, my personal brand is literally just me as a person.
Yeah, I feel like because I personally don't really have like any aspirations to be like an influencer or anything. Like I like working here, I like doing my job, but I'm not necessarily trying to like side hustle. I don't really think about my personal brand as much. I feel like in the beginning of working at Kind of Funny, I really tried to like be Joey and like think more strategically about like posting things. And now I just truly don't care. Like now it's like, cool. At this point, if you follow me on anything, you know it's because you like me and my opinions and stuff like that, which means that you are going to have to suffer through like tweets about various Bravo shows, even though like I know that those aren't the things that like our general audiences, which is most people that follow me, like want to hear me talk about necessarily. So like I feel like as time has gone on and I've existed in the internet more, I've kind of almost cared less about what the Joey brand is and more it's just like I just want to talk about the things that I want to talk about, and that's kind of what I do, whether it's personal, like entertainment stuff, game stuff, political stuff, like all that kind of stuff. It's like, I feel like very similar to Blessing. It's like whatever I am thinking or feeling or like upset or excited or frustrated about in the moment is kind of what you're going to get on whatever.
I feel like I had the
show
same
I'm
thing
on.
when I first joined Kind of Funny, where I think I tried a bit harder with the brand and like, you know, I wanted to be the PlayStation guy. I wanted to be the Sonic guy. And I think I was probably more successful with being the Sonic guy. But like, you know, there are certain things where I'm like, oh, this is what Blessing's brand is. And I'm going to like, you know, try hard to lean into this. And I feel like the more that I stopped trying with that stuff, the more freeing it was for me as a person to be like, all right, cool. Like, I like what I like, right? I like, you know, fighting games. But fighting games don't have to be my brand. I can just like them and talk about them and not worry about if that's going to bring in an audience or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's a tough one for me. I've always struggled with the personal brand. I'm very self-conscious, and I'm a little more timid when it comes to online interactions, as I'm just not a writer, and I think things get misinterpreted a lot on Twitter and social media, so I prefer to be a talker. But I've always stuck with the mission brand of, like, high-energy fun. That's what I want you to get out of Snowbike Mike.
Snowbike Mike is like a can of Red Bull.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm gonna hit you in the mouth and we're gonna have a good time
smack
together.
You with some aspartame.
Whoa. But no, I mean, I've always just tried to be myself, you know, which is fun, engaging. I think I've grown a lot on social media of I'm not just trying to think out a tweet with Washi and JD of like, does this read all right? Does this sound professional, right? It's like, now I'm just putting up photos of me exploring the world. I'm at Chapel Roan. Like, yeah, you get Mike, right? And that's what I want people to get. I think these guys know it, and hopefully all of you watching and listening get it. It's like, this is me every single day. There's no difference here. Sometimes I dip a little bit in energy. Sometimes I'm a little bit higher, but I don't really think about the personal brand or strategy, and I think that would take me to the next level, Arturotron Robo Bartender, if I really thought about it right. But right now, it's just me having fun. We'll pick and choose where I want to go. But like I'm trying to, I want to shoutcast CDL events and HCS events. I want to get into esports. I want to continue to go and do PAX East with Blessing and do awesome shows like that. And so how do I get there? What do I need? What levers do I need to pull with this team to get to those spots is really what I want to do. But yeah, it's just Snowbike Mike. It's fun. I don't know. I need a brand manager. How about that?
Oh yeah, it feels like a lot of effort to put into that. But if those are the things you want to do, then like you have to commit.
Yeah.
And I know you can do it. Got to get you there.
And then that's it. That's all I got.
What is CDL, by the way?
Oh, that's Call of Duty League.
Oh, okay.
HCS is Halo Championship Series.
you.
So like, I mean, Halo, any sort of first-person shooter esports league, I would like to be involved.
I thought you were talking about a commercial driver's license.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, oh, you want to be a truck driver?
You know,
That is
Mike as a truck driver would be amazing. Like Jack Burton.
here I come.
I love that. Well, thank you,
Great question.
Arturotron.
Thanks, Arturotron.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a great start to your week.
As well.
Thanks. Bye. Okay, we've got Digital virus. You're up
Oh,
next.
you better watch out. Might get hacked right now. Be
Whoa.
careful.
Oh no.
It's the Russians.
Oh no.
We already got hacked last week, so we're fine.
Hello.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
Good morning, homie.
Promise not after any of your accounts or anything like that. Don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that you
Um,
messaged me for Tim's social security number.
That was a side hustle. No worries
But,
about
okay,
that.
perfect.
My question is for Nick.
Nice.
I know you've mentioned it in the past, but I'm just wondering if you have any desire or drive to drag anyone else in kind of funny into the glorious trash movie that is Hudson Hawk.
Oh, interesting. I don't know that they would like Hudson Hawk.
I don't even
Because
know
let's
what
be
that
real, Hudson
is.
Hawk is not a great movie. It's very weird. But if you were a kid and you watched it 400 times like I did, because it was probably very cheap to syndicate
It's so
on
good.
Channel 5, yeah, it's near and dear to my heart. But I guarantee Mike would get maybe 5 minutes into that movie and then probably turn it off.
I think it's weird enough that it would keep his attention. I think that would do well with some people.
This got Bruce Willis in this.
Yeah.
What's
the main
pitch
guy.
on it?
Oh, it's
he
gonna
is
make
the
no
world's
sense.
he's the world's best burglar, like thief.
Okay.
Burglar.
And he gets hired by a billionaire to steal these pieces of a Da Vinci machine that can basically create gold.
Alchemy.
And it's very weird. And it's a weird movie.
They all
It's
have-
one of those movies where it just really didn't come together,
Yeah.
but they made it anyway, and it's plucky and weird and sort of, I don't know. I love
it's
it, but
fun, right?
it is a fun movie, but it's definitely not one
Even
that's
the
fondly
st-
thought of critically. We'll just put it that
Oh
way.
yeah.
Even the stills on IMDb, I'm just like, oh, this has an interesting look and an interesting pitch.
But you know, it's a movie, basically a movie about a master thief. So it's kind
Yeah.
of fun. And it's an
Okay.
adventure and it's silly. And I don't know that Bruce Willis was necessarily the guy for this, but he sure hams it up the entire time.
Nice.
And Danny Aiello plays his sidekick friend. It's got
I think that's a weirder choice.
that was a
James
fun
Coburn
one.
is in this.
James Coburn's in it. It's got Sandra Bernhard.
Like,
You know
tell
her?
me this
Oh.
isn't grabbing your attention right
Oh,
here.
Oh my
when I
goodness.
first
Look at all those
saw that,
earrings.
if
Uh-huh.
Nick didn't go down the plot, I was going to make up my own plot for this movie, and it would be Bruce Willis as Inspector Gadgets, and that's what this movie would have been. But
No.
watching the trailer now, I'm not mad at this. When I see this Bruce Willis, I think of Fifth Element.
I mean, this was around the time.
Yeah, like
that
this
he
is
made
that,
movie,
that's what I
maybe.
immediately
This was
think
maybe
of.
a few years before Fifth Element.
I would gladly wear this as a shirt. This is so fucking cool.
Also, this, by the way, I just want you guys to know that this Bruce Willis is what I model my hair off of. This
Nice.
is peak Bruce Willis. This is exactly how I want to cut my
Oh.
hair.
You look good.
Where it just kind of pushed up a little bit, the skin fade on the sides. You gotta love it.
You can see it there in the bottom of the middle here.
If
you rock that hat?
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go, right there. Yeah, I love that. This is my favorite era of Bruce Willis. Right after Die Hard, when his career started going downhill a little bit, and he started doing weird movies like this. Look how good he looks.
Now, would
there.
you rock that hat and glasses?
No, absolutely
No?
not. No, so you have to understand about Bruce Willis. There's two Bruce Willises. Well, now there's three, unfortunately. But the two Bruce Willises where you have Bruce Willis, the movie star, and then you have Bruno, who was the musician Bruce Willis. And Bruno used to
Oh.
wear those weird glasses with the hat.
Mm.
And I think he originally wanted to be a musician when he was like a bartender in New York when he got discovered. And so,
Oh.
yeah, I think Bruce Willis is an interesting guy.
Let me wait.
Cameron
what is-
Friend says Bruce Willis from this era can get it. Okay.
You get
There
it.
you go.
So,
Thanks,
wait,
Cameron.
I'm sure he was getting it.
Oh, he was putting
he
it
was
down.
definitely
getting it.
getting
Bruce
it.
Willis
Oh,
was
yeah.
getting laid back then.
What kind of music did Bruce Willis do?
I want to say like blues rock.
Ah, that fits it. That
Yeah.
fits it. That's cool.
Wait,
Interesting
so-
that he had a whole persona for it.
Yeah,
Bruno.
He just had a different persona. That's
Well,
Crazy.
I think
learning
his
so
friends
much.
called him Bruno, like that was his nickname.
Oh.
It's like how you guys call me Cool Nick. Cool
yeah,
guy Nick.
definitely.
Cool Nick.
Definitely like I would call you.
Blessing
cool
calls
Nick.
me the badass when I walk through the door. I don't know why.
Oh,
It's
it's,
cool.
it's the badass.
Everybody knows that in the office.
But yeah, I love Hudson Hawk. Thank you for taking us down that memory lane. I appreciate that.
I think it's a fantastic movie. I think it has hilarious random moments. It creates cool like nicknames for everyone too. People should watch it.
I do also want to just throw out there that he never in order to time his robbery, like his jobs, they don't use clocks, they use songs. So they'll go, oh, let's go like
Oh, like Inception.
Yes, but
Baby
they
Driver.
sing it. So it's like him
Oh.
at the very first scene where they have to break into I forget what museum. They sing "Would you like to sit on a star? Beans home in a jar,"
Yeah.
because they know that song is exactly, if you sing it at the right tempo, it's exactly like 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Oh,
And
that's
so
kind of cool.
It's pretty fun. It's silly
I
shit
like
like
that.
that.
I
That's
like
really fun. And
that.
then all the people that they're up against is like a CIA team that they're all named after candy bars. So one of them's called Butterfingers, one of them's called Snickers, one of
Wait,
them's
those
called
were
Twix.
the
That's
good
cool.
guys?
No, those are the bad guys.
Oh, okay.
They were all
right.
bad.
Yeah,
Everyone that's bad in
everyone's
this,
bad, yeah.
including the Vatican, which I stand by.
What TV show was Swing on a Star the theme song for? Do you know this off the top of your
You
head?
gotta be singing on a star. I don't know.
It was definitely like a late 80s, early 90s TV show, but I can't remember off
Great
the top of my
question.
head.
We can
And
look
maybe
that
the
up.
chat will humor me.
5
and
minutes,
let me
42 seconds, swinging on a star. Damn, DJ Mayer has seen this movie.
You ready to put on a heist?
know. Out of this world. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Digital
Thank you all.
Virus.
Have a good one.
Thank you,
Thank
Digital
you.
Virus.
Oh, Out of This World was Evie, right? Where she
Yeah.
went and froze time.
I truly don't really remember anything about that show other than I liked the theme song. And I think that we need to bring movie TV theme songs back.
Oh,
or
I agree.
Movie, TV show
I
theme
agree.
songs. It's a shame that we don't get them
TV
anymore.
shows not have theme songs anymore.
I don't really think
They
so.
have songs, but
They have, like,
Joey's talking about
jingles.
specifically where they would sing to you what the plot of the
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
was. Like, four people
Step
stuck
by
on an island. You
What, is,
know?
what are top
Day by day.
top three
Oh, there we go.
sitcom
Cougar gets
themes?
it.
Fresh
Hey.
Prince.
Fresh Prince is up there.
Up there, that's it.
I think Growing Pains musically.
Show
is
me
10
that smile
Ooh,
again.
show me that smile.
Don't waste another minute on your crying. I would say that's up there.
How does Family Matters go?
You take the good, you take the bad. No, I don't know.
I'm sitting here and I'm trying to think of, are there any good Canadian sitcom openings that could rival these? No, there really aren't.
Because all the Canadian sitcoms
are the
go like this. They
Canadian
go,
sitcoms?
oh, there, thanks for watching this
Oh,
television show.
Wow, just
I think
went
it's 'cause we
right
took
to it.
all
Just
the
went
good
to the
actors.
low hanging fruit.
I mean, that's true. Kevin is correct.
I'll also give a nod to Perfect Strangers. I think that is I think that's God tier.
What about Three's Company?
Three's Company's
Oh.
great. Come on, knock on our door. Come on. Because Three's Company always had an undercurrent of polyamory that
I
I
like
was I was for.
I liked it.
I liked Full House also.
Wait until you
Oh,
hear my
yeah.
Thursday
Full
story
House,
of me at
iconic.
Chapel Roan.
I can't.
That's
wait.
a little hint for you
I
right
can't
there
wait.
with Three's
Alex Sherry
Company.
Sandoval in the
I
chat.
cannot
Giving
wait
you
as well.
something.
Alex J. Sandoval says Greatest American Hero only because of Seinfeld, which I do agree
Oh
with.
my God. Believe it or not, George isn't at home. So leave a message, he'll call you back.
I love it. Cozy Bear, good
Alrighty.
morning.
Cozy Bear, what
Good
up?
morning.
Good morning.
Ah, man, it is so incredibly early for me. I am not an early riser, but I am here.
We are not either.
And real quick, for anyone in the audience that didn't tune into the previous happy hour from last week, my whole MO is that every time I get called on stage to be part of these episodes, I have the Kind of Funny crew play a short and unpredictable game show segment devised by yours truly.
I love it.
And normally, I'm never one to repeat a previous segment I've done before. However, with this month's happy hours being available to watch publicly, I figured it'd be fun to instead revisit some of my older games, give the best friends a chance to see what they previously missed. Now, the particular segment that I've prepared today is something that you guys have actually done pretty recently in the grand timeline of me doing these things.
Okay.
However, because Nick was absent from the call when we last did this segment,
Ooh.
Okay.
I wanted to give him a chance.
Oh.
A chance
Okay.
to play a little game I like to call Tom Tom.
Okay.
The rules of Tom Tom
Tom.
are very simple.
Mhm.
I have on my screen in front of me several 5-star user reviews of 2 different products found on Amazon.com.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
These 2 products are the Blu-rays of Venom, starring Tom Hardy,
Great movie.
and the movie Dunkirk, also starring Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
I'm going to read a short excerpt from each of these 5-star reviews.
Okay.
And you have to tell me whether it's for
Which
the
movie it's
Blu-ray of Venom or the Dunkirk Blu-ray.
This one was really
Okay.
fun.
I love this.
All right, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Okay. Round 1. This excerpt is from a review by Rob Rock, and it reads as follows. Ignore the 1-star raters complaining about the storyline. I almost didn't rent it because of that. There was no problem following the story. Music was appropriately grim and dark, much of it like an uneasy rumble.
I would say
I got that.
That has,
We've already played this, by the way.
I'm locked in.
we've not gotten these prompts, right?
Are these the same ones, Cozy Bear?
These
or
are new
These
ones,
are
right?
all different.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Because last time it was Venom 2 versus
Oh,
Mad
that's right,
Max
okay.
Fury Road.
Oh.
okay. A blessing. What do you think? You want to kick this off?
I mean, I'm leaning. It's almost too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Dunkirk.
Yeah, it almost feels too Venom,
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna say Dunkirk.
Because
Too
like
Venom,
all
too
these 1-star
furious.
reviews, it's like who's out here giving Dunkirk a bunch of 1-star reviews?
Let's put it this way: if you went out of your way to review Venom, you're probably giving it a 4-star review. You know what I mean? You're probably high on
when
this
you put it
movie.
like that. But the other thing is that the way they describe the music is being, what was it, gritty or
gritty and dark and ominous, whatever.
Because that for me sounds like the Eminem Venom. Like it sounds like they're describing that song specifically. I'm going with Venom.
I'm gonna go Dunkirk.
I'm going Venom.
I'm going Dunkirk.
The answer is Dunkirk.
Yeah, it's too
Oh.
obvious.
Too obvious.
Damn it.
3 for a loop
All
on
right.
that one.
Round 2. This excerpt is from a review by CL. That's their name. And it reads as follows. It's an unabashedly masculine movie, but not in a macho way. A possible complaint is that there's really no character development and not much of a plot per se.
Venom.
I mean, that's got to be Dunkirk. 'Cause it's
I
just
think
about a
it's
bunch
Venom.
of boys in
Just
the
a bunch
mud.
of dudes.
Just a bunch of dudes trying to get off an island.
Haven't seen that one yet.
You got to go back to Dunkirk. You have to go back.
Is this one with Dunkirk has Harry Styles in it, right?
Dunkirk is Harry Styles. It's a great cast. It's just about them trying to get off this fucking island during World War II.
Then I definitely.
And Tom
have
Hardy's
seen
in it, and he plays this awesome ass pilot that like he runs out of gas, but he's like, I'll go back for one more run, just to help the boys out, and then he crashes, and they fucking make him a POW, and I imagine he dies in prison.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Spoilers.
There we go.
I'll go with Dunkirk.
I think it's Venom.
I'll go with Dunkirk
The answer is Dunkirk.
Nice
Again.
job.
on the board.
All right, round
It's
3.
a great movie. It's Nolan, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Nolan.
I think that's why I watched it.
It's
for
just an
Nolan in
it's
review.
less. It has no plot. It's just an experience. It's just about being on this like peninsula with these poor soldiers as they're trying to get the fuck off this place as they're starting to lose the war.
Yeah, I think I liked it, and then I saw 1917 very shortly thereafter, and then I
Oh, that was
think I
another
liked that
good
way
one.
better.
Sam
What an
Mendes.
incredible film that was.
Good
Yeah.
fucking movie.
Sorry for the
How
detour.
come
movie.
that guy hasn't? Has that guy worked more? Never
have
mind.
no
Sorry.
idea.
Let's keep going with the game.
Yeah, it's not a problem. I enjoy these little conversational
Asides.
interludes. Yeah.
All
All right,
wonderful
round
listener.
3. This excerpt is from a review by Philip Allen, and it reads as follows. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this film. It seemed rather gimmicky, but it turned out to be a very entertaining show. I've just one small complaint. The first half hour or so moves painfully slowly. I mean, it is a chore to sit through this first act of the film.
I mean, shit. That's tough.
That's done.
I also haven't seen.
It could be Dunkirk also.
I haven't seen Venom, so I don't really remember.
Yeah, I haven't
too
seen
much of
Venom, but
pacing.
it strikes me as a movie with a very exciting first act. I'm going with Dunkirk.
Start strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Venom, if memory serves correctly, I think the Venom thing happens in the first like 10, 15 minutes of the movie. So
But is this Venom 1 or Venom 2?
Venom 1.
Venom 1.
Yeah. I would say Dunkirk again. I'm gonna go Dunkirk.
I'm gonna go Venom.
The answer is Venom.
Oh.
Mm.
Justice. 'Cause
Alrighty.
That's when he's just
Justice
like running
for
around
Joey.
getting fired, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Pretty
what.
much.
I'll tell you what. Me and Mike.
Oh, tell
Me
him.
and Mike go see
Tell him.
Borderlands
We
over
see
the weekend,
Borderlands,
right?
yep.
It's me, Mike, Tim comes in 5 seconds before the movie starts, and 2 people behind us that were just I hope they were high. The Venom 3 trailer comes on, and I'm like, am I fucking hallucinating?
Yeah.
Is this really a movie that got made? How are we here? And then the Venom horse thing happens, and I'm like,
It's like, oh, that's how
in.
we're here.
I'm in.
We just wanted Venom and Spidey. That's all. That's all we wanted. So now we got 3 movies of them not being together. We just
Just
wanted those
Tom
2
Hardy.
together once.
Venom 3 feels like a movie that has been like coming out for like the last 4 years. Like I feel like I just keep seeing these trailers.
Oh,
I don't know
Joey.
if it just
We're in day one. We're
So
going screener.
I'm so happy that I don't have to do that interview.
You're coming. I put you down for it.
Alrighty. The last round, round 4. This excerpt is from a review by Drew K, and it reads as follows. I'm saddened by the lackluster reviews for this movie. It took a well-known story and did something unexpected with it, and I think it deserves some praise for that. I think modern moviegoers have come to be spoiled and expect too much. It's possible that I've come to expect so little that I've lowered my standards, but even if that's the case, this movie still deserves better.
Venom.
That's Venom.
That sounds so much like a Venom review that I'm going Dunkirk.
I'm going Dunkirk too.
Blessing and Joey, we're right on the ball on this one. It is a review
Wow,
of
nice job.
Dunkirk.
There we go.
And that is the end of my happy hour segment. I will not be able to make the following full crew happy hour, but perhaps I'll make the last one of the month. We will see.
Ooh.
Thanks,
Wonderful.
homie.
Thank you
Great
so
to hear you.
much.
All right.
Take care, bro.
Appreciate you.
Take care.
Bye, Cozy Bear.
Have a good day.
Cozy Bear always still writes in a lot of the topics for the responses. Has just banger topics for the Kind of Funny podcast as well. I enjoy reading them.
So good. I know. It's always fun to see what they're going to come up with. For the next one, Jenny send Nuggies. What's up?
Hi.
How are
Hello.
you?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
We're good.
Pretty good.
Oh, well.
Wonderful,
Well.
Send Nuggies. Waking up.
Tuesday.
It's
Still
early.
waking up for
It's
sure.
early.
We're getting up. We're getting
This was
moving.
one of those.
We are
This
definitely
was
turning
a
the lights on.
I was at a stoplight for about 15 minutes today. I was like, I should go. This is stop sign. This is fun.
Maybe. Just maybe. Mike, I thought you said you brought the energy too. Come on, man.
I mean, you know I'm up, Send Nuggies. You know that. When I hear your voice, I'm
Yeah,
up.
didn't you
I'm
describe
up.
yourself as a bottle of full energy or something like that?
Nick Scarpino, here's the deal. As much as I want a nice chai tea latte, I don't need a nice chai tea latte.
Oh, we're going to Starbucks after this.
Oh, yeah, that's my man.
There we
Are
go.
you on the next show after
No,
this?
we're
one?
going straight
we're
to
going
Starbucks.
straight to Starbucks after
Let's
this.
go.
Jimmy's coming with.
Injected into my
Leslie,
body.
Sarah, you're on the next show.
I'm not on the next show.
let's go
Yeah,
Starbucks.
Oh, there
I'll
we
come to
go.
Starbucks
Field
with you.
trip.
Let's go.
Okay, I don't really have much of a question. Sorry. But
Okay.
Okay.
Mike, you talked about it before, and Joey, I still want to email you about it. But I'm so down to help on the community side, organize some games or something. I know some of us want it, and I'm happy to help.
Like a
Kinda-
game night kind of a thing?
Yeah, I don't know what that would look like. Like, not everybody needs to be there, but yeah, we'll think about it.
Okay. We can talk.
Yeah.
I like that, Jenny, a lot. I think with our streams, we've always wanted to incorporate you, the Kind of Funny best friends out there, in some way. We've had some really good Fortnite custom games. I know
Yeah.
me and Nick really want to do the custom Warzone lobby.
I want to
so
do the
can
custom Warzone
shoutcast
lobby
them.
so badly.
But there's some games out there
I
that
don't
we
play
could
Warzone
try.
though, so
You know,
Neither do
well,
I.
we need to change it up.
not many other people do, so we'll
Yeah.
have to find a better
Yeah.
game.
If you ask
know, so-
Krasenka, I don't play it either. I'm pretty terrible.
Do you
at
play
it.
Tekken?
Yeah.
Can we get this Tekken
Absolutely
tournament
not.
happening?
Yeah, so you know what, Jenny? Maybe you and I one day we can talk with Joe and figure out a good game. Because I
Yeah.
think that's the tough part is we're all over the place game wise and what everybody's interested in. It's tough to bring us all together. That's not Fortnite, which is somehow the easiest
default.
game. You know,
Yeah.
it's got easy lobby codes. Everyone has Fortnite.
but
It's
then
free
Jim
to play.
Tasty murders
Jim
me
Tasty
over and over again.
beats
I just
up on
can't
us.
do it,
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
So we'll-
Lonesome Ocean gets in there and just starts murdering me over and
Yeah,
over again.
yeah.
I can't do it.
We tried to play Overwatch with we were playing with Cardi, and I was like, let's invite the community. We'll play some custom games. And he was like, no.
No.
And then he just shut us down. I was like,
No.
all right, no,
No.
none of y'all.
We want to play custom games with you guys, but we also want you guys to let us win.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what. And this is the only reason why I want to do like Warzone. I want to do like a Rebirth Island. I don't know if you can. I think you have to do the big map right for the custom lobbies. But if we could do a 50-person or a 60-person Rebirth, that'd be so fun. And I would take my revenge on everyone who's not
Take his revenge.
Cam Unelli or Jim Tasty.
Yeah, he'd do it. He'd do it.
Jenny, do you have
Just need
any
a planet.
Yeah, do you have some
do
game
you have
recommendations?
games in mind?
No.
Okay.
We'll figure it
yet.
out. Jenny, we can reach out to each other and figure that out.
Yeah.
The goal for 2025 would be like once a month we would figure out a community game day or night, depending on the best times, and we'd give it a try. You know, I've always been hesitant because we are streaming at 11 a.m. in the morning, and it always feels like everyone's at work, so it's tough
Yeah.
to be like, hey, come on out here. But I think with time zones, and we could always adjust on our side.
Yeah, we could do something
figure
fun.
it out for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now something just a little serious. Not really. I talked about it earlier. I hit the Bruce Willis Bruno alter ego.
Mm-hmm.
Then got me thinking, of course, of Garth Brooks and Chris Gaines.
Of
Oh, yeah.
course.
So yeah, I need to know, what are y'all's alter egos? What is
Ooh.
that? And then what are you performing?
I don't have one personally.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's no one floating out there that looks like me that
Come
comes
on.
into the office occasionally.
Oh.
Smart.
That may or may not be a sports tennis star. So
Yeah.
I'm just me, you know. I'm just Ken, you know. I'm just hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah, same. Yeah, if I could choose an alter ego, I'd love to be like some kind of superhero figure. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be sick.
You want me
Put
to
on a mask,
Oh yeah.
maybe leave off a shirt. I don't know.
I will say I have adopted the moniker Uncle Nick now.
You have.
because
We accepted a phone call in the middle of a movie theater yesterday. A loud phone call, in fact.
yeah.
What?
Did you really?
Well, it was before the movie
You've been
started.
out, right.
Yeah, it
You've
was
been
like
asked
while we
to
were,
act
but it was like
better.
dead
All right.
silent. The lights were on, and we.
Yeah,
said
it
the
was.
phone call.
We
It
were
was
sitting there
awesome. It was
waiting,
awesome.
and I get a call from Greg, and it wasn't Greg. It was Ben, and he was pooping.
Yep.
And he just, for whatever reason, likes calling Uncle Nick while he's pooping. And
Do you get these often?
once a week?
Uncle Kiki.
Yeah, once a week.
God, that sounds so perfectly on brand for you.
Yep,
Nick.
Yeah.
yep. And he goes, "Hey Nick," Greg's there in the background. He goes, "Hey Nick, just so you know, Ben's calling you on my phone." I just talked to him for a little bit, hanging out. Good.
It's a nice one. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. It was a nice one.
Do you have an alter ego?
Yeah, firefighter Mike. That's my dream. One day I'm just firefight. You're off in the distance. You're like, oh my god, is that Mike in a fire truck? And I just drive by.
Firefighter Mike,
Fucking
not bartender or bouncer Mike.
Nah,
you want to be
just-
firefighter? Or oh
Yeah.
my god.
saving lives. One day.
I've always thought Mike sounded like this guy that used to call in named Craven.
Great.
I don't know if you- I don't know if you remember Craven.
No, I
Forgot
remember
about
Craven
Craven.
Moorhead.
Yeah, Craven
yeah, I
Moorhead.
remember that guy.
Sometimes he
had,
comes and goes.
he had a couple different voices though. He
Yeah.
sounded like
Yeah.
my other friend Washburn sometimes,
Just
which
the
is weird.
spirit of Craven. Yeah, I don't really have one though. I was out on assignment in LA for part of last week, and then I went to a couple different things and was seeing friends, but I ended up going to a lot of events where I didn't know anybody, or I knew like one person, but they were the person like hosting the thing. So then I have to talk to a bunch of people I don't know. So then everybody got like a different story. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Joey. They're like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm an author. And like,
Yep.
I just
Hell yeah.
ghostwrite.
commercial
Like I just
airline
come up with
pilot.
different things because it's like,
No,
I'm never
that's
gonna see
good.
any of you people
That's
ever
good.
again.
I love lying. Really good.
But I always give them my real name, and then I always wonder if it ever gets. And I assume it doesn't, just because of the nature of those parties. But like, does anybody tell my friend Ashley? Like, oh yeah, I met your friend Joey. That's the author, and she's like, what is that? Like, who is that? So yeah, so I feel like I get like little spurts of alter egos. I do it a lot with
I like that.
Uber drivers too, mostly because I don't like to. It's just like annoying to
yeah.
have to explain what we do. And they have so many questions all the time. So I come up usually. I'm like, oh, I work in sales or I work in HR.
I was we used to film a lot of stuff for like Love and Sex stuff with Sean Finnegan, and he had this thing. He was like, yeah, in the film industry, whenever you're filming outside, and if anyone ever asks what you're filming, tell them you're filming a mayonnaise commercial. Because he was like, it's the most boring thing, and no one will ever ask questions about that. And the one time someone came up to us in the park, I was like, what are you guys filming? And I was like, all right, I'll try it. A mayonnaise commercial. He goes, really? For what kind of mayonnaise? And he started asking me all sorts of questions. And I was like, God, I could have just told this guy we're filming a stupid YouTube video, and he wouldn't have given a shit. He would have been like,
You
oh, this
found
is
the
boring.
number one mayonnaise.
This guy's
fan.
like, oh, I always wanted to be a commercial director for specifically Heinz mayonnaise or whatever.
Yeah.
It is.
That is what I need though, because I'm always usually honest, and it's always when somebody asks, "What do you do?" I feel like I always give a different answer. That's the same answer, right? I either say content creator or YouTuber or podcaster, but it always leads to more conversation.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yesterday, I wasn't having a great day because my phone stopped. Like my the charger port and my phone stopped working, so I had to go to the T-Mobile store get a new one. But also like I'm behind on a review that I'm trying to do because my PC keeps shit in the bed, and then also my eyes swollen up.
gaming.
Everything's like happening at the same time.
gosh.
My chest is starting to hurt.
Oh my god.
Okay, we gotta
Yeah,
get
I'm
you
dying.
checked out.
Got a lot going on with Bless.
But like I'm at the T-Mobile store and my phone like finally like does the transfer because I got a whole new phone, and like I don't know what prompted this from the T-Mobile worker, but she's like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, I do like content creation," and she's like. And like I can see it light up in her eyes where she's
Oh,
about to ask a
no.
million more questions, and I'm like, "Listen, I gotta go home. I'm so tired. I'm done
Yeah,
with today."
yeah, I can't do it.
We'll get you a new alter ego for those scenarios. We'll workshop
Yeah,
that.
just give me like a
Yeah.
good lie that has like enough of a universe around it that I can like
I
follow
feel like
up.
you could just say accountant,
Accountant,
and
yeah.
nobody's gonna. Although
that's
then you
cool.
go
There's
accountant, and then someone
follow-up
goes, "Oh my god,
questions.
can you do my taxes or whatever?"
Yeah.
Why don't you just say you talk about video games? Just be like,
That's
I talk
even
about
cooler.
video
That's
games
even
all
cool.
the
Yeah, no, that's gonna get more questions.
You kidding me? When you tell people the life that we lead, they go, "Wow, that's so much cooler than the life I lead," and I'm like, "I know."
But I'm afraid to say doctor because then if I get any follow-up questions,
No, yeah, you
I don't
can't-
know
you
anything about being
never-
a doctor.
You can
No.
never say doctor. That's
because
the
what
thing
if
where
someone
it's-
has a heart attack in the
Yup,
T-Mobile
there
store?
it
They're gonna
is.
be like, "You're a doctor."
Doctor with video
Yeah,
games.
but
No,
then you
Dr.
pull-
PhD. I have a
Then
PhD.
you pull the doctor thing where you go, it's a liability issue. I can't touch you.
Ah,
Sorry.
good
I'm not in my
call.
jurisprudence. I'm not in my jurisdiction.
HIPAA.
I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
What do they call? I don't have privileges in this T-Mobile store.
Good call. Good call. It's a smart call.
I love it.
Well, Bless, I hope you learn about preventative care soon. It's
Yeah.
good for you.
I mean, listen, I don't know how to prevent whatever's going on with me.
He's got a lot going on.
I got a lot going on.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, y'all. Have a
Thank
great day.
Bye,
you.
Jenny.
Bye.
Take care.
Jenny.
The other one that I always, the thing that I feel like sometimes when I talk to people that seems like the one that will get the least amount of questions is medical device sales. But then if anybody ever asks me any other details, I've got truly nothing.
my big
X-ray
fear
But I don't know how
machines.
many people actually would have follow-up questions for that.
Here's the problem with that. I knew one guy in my life who was a medical device salesman, and if you happen to tell him that,
Yeah.
oh my God, he would just talk your ear off about it.
Yeah.
That'll be my biggest fear is, I would say something to somebody who is in that same field. And then it turns into like oh, damn, really? What branch? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I lied. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Yeah. Lemon Bendy, you're up next. Are you?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
We
We can
can.
Hey, Bendy, what up?
Hey there, how's it going? There's one thing that never fails to make my day better, and that is gratitude. And I know that I'm very thankful for all the great work that you guys do, guys and gals. So I am wondering, for what or for whom do you all feel grateful? Also, I'm going to disconnect after this, but thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'll start it off. I feel
Give it to
grateful
me.
for Chris Anka
Mm-hmm.
because Chris Anka puts up with me a lot.
Yeah, he sure
You know,
does.
all of my friends I'm very grateful for because they put up with Mike, and I'm very thankful for that.
You're a lot.
But Chris Anka went above and beyond, and he put down a lot of cash money to get me and him at VIP for Chapel Roan on Sunday for Outside
yeah.
Lands. And we had the best time. I mean, coming down off of the high of Chapel Roan on Monday, life sucked, blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get to the tippity top.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's nothing but down after that. We'll find another peak again here soon.
Yeah.
But like, I'm grateful for Chris Anka for putting up with me and Nick in the war zone every single night and then saying, you know what? I'll go out and get some sushi with you and Nick before you see Borderlands. And then me and Mike will spend a whole day together. And he let me scream, sing, dance right behind him the whole time. Wait till you hear these stories, Nick.
I want the stories.
Nick, these stories are crazy.
Thursday, everyone, tune into the Kind of Funny podcast. We're going to tell the epic story of Mike. Apparently,
Mike's
there's some
been
stuff that he
teasing
can't even
this
say.
story to
Yeah.
Nick ever since yesterday.
I'm
There was a
excited.
Three's Company situation trying to
I
go
know
down.
you keep saying that, and
Just letting
again,
you know.
And- yeah.
underlying polyamory. I love it.
We'll talk about it. That's what I'm grateful for today.
Anybody on that side? Of the table
Oh,
got
I mean,
anything?
I'm grateful for everyone in my life. Grateful for my wife for putting up with me and for, literally letting me tuck her in before I go out to go do comedy every night and come home slightly, tired or drunk or whatever. And I wake her up and she's just like she's always just so very supportive of everything we do and everything I do all the time. So very grateful for her.
Does she like being like the burrito tucked in? How do you tuck her in? Is it a light just like blanket over? Or do you put, you tuck in on the sides?
Okay, so it's a faux tuck in.
Okay.
Mostly it's just an excuse to rub her feet before we go to bed
that's
because she
nice.
likes that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, did you guys ever see the movie Tar with Kate Blanchett?
No, but I
really want
the
to,
tar
though.
memes are very funny.
So there's a moment in Tar, which this is going to sound so weird because Tar's a very intense movie. By
Yeah.
the way, it's very very
Okay.
serious, very intense, really fucked up kind of film. Kate Blanchett, great performance in that. But there's her little girl in it. For whatever reason, can't go to bed unless you hold her foot. So she's always like, hold my foot. So we joke about that. So every night my wife has to go to bed, I have to hold her foot. But really, she just wants a little she works on her feet all day. She's
Yeah.
always up. I can get in there. And then I give her the faux tuck, right? Which is just like, I'll kiss her on the forehead and then give her a little tuck on the sides. She doesn't like to be too tucked because
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
claustrophobic. I'll give her a little tuck on the side. And then I go. And then sometimes, because I miss her, I go back in 10 minutes later. I wake her back up.
Gotta do it.
And I
Gotta
hate when he
do
said
it.
I ask her
Oh,
more questions.
man.
She hates that.
Yeah, I'd say I'm thankful for my San Francisco, circle of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is both the widest group of people, network of friends that I've had, but then also the most secure and positive, right? In the amount of circles that I've been able to plant myself in the Bay Area, I've ran into so little drama and like problems and like
love that.
like I feel like coming out of my time both growing up as an adolescent in Illinois, but then also like moving in to Seattle as a young adult, I would always constantly run into like
issue,
people,
yeah.
issues, right? Like me and Joey were on like we're heavily involved in like the Kind of Funny Facebook group, and like there are people just online that like I would involve myself with, where I'm like, oh no, you're just some problem people. Like this is a problem person right here. I need to like get out of this. I've been very blessed in the last 2 years, so like just be around a lot of positive people in the Bay Area, and like enough people to make this place feel like home to me. And so I'll say I'm very thankful to just the network of people that I found here.
Yeah.
I thought about you last night. Actually, I'm watching a show called Louder Milk on Netflix, but it's shot in Seattle.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wow.
I was like,
And you're the only person I know that
going?
like you're the only person in my life that I know that lived in Seattle. So I was like, it's
Yeah.
a cool little town.
Have you been to Seattle?
Once for PAX. I think I went once.
Seattle's
Okay.
Seattle
Seattle's
rocks.
really
Yeah,
cool.
Seattle
It was a
does.
really
Seattle.
cool town. The show not good.
But you're watching it.
Oh, the show.
I'm just watching
Louder
it.
Milk.
Louder Milk is just a weird.
It's got the one-looking guy from the league.
It's Ron Livingston,
Yeah.
isn't
Oh, which one?
it? He was in
like?
the league.
The League.
He
He
wasn't in
looks
the
like he
league.
was in the league.
No,
Was
he
it the
was
League?
not in the
Which
league.
one was the League?
That's you're thinking Nick
The
Kroll.
fantasy football one.
Was that on BET? What
No,
am I thinking
no,
of?
No.
No, the league is Nick Kroll and
You sure he wasn't
was
the third
FX,
guy in the
right?
league?
Yeah.
he might have.
It was
been.
like it was on.
Yeah, what
Maybe we
BET
can look it
show am
up.
I thinking of?
You're thinking it's okay. It's Mark Duplass.
Yeah.
That's who you're thinking. Paul
Okay.
Scheer, Nick Kroll, and I think Jason Matsukas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never watched the league. That was one of those shows that everyone's like, you would
The
love it, but I was
Game.
like,
Thank you, chat. I was
The
thinking of
game you're thinking of.
I was like, Mike's watching BET. Why are you
Oh.
watching the game?
The game.
I mean, come on, Mike watches everything. Why not? Why not?
That's so funny. I similarly to Blessing, but I'm grateful for my like set of LA friends. It was fun this week. Went down to do a thing that I can't talk about yet. But while I was there, I like hit up my friend Ashley. I was like, "Hey, do you want to get dinner or drinks?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm actually having like a music video release party. You should come." So I went and hung out with her there.
That's awesome.
She's music life in LA. It's
I
like a
don't know
bunch of-
music life in LA.
Oh,
It's crazy.
Do
to
It's
me.
you know?
wild. Yeah. And then I like got to grab lunch with Alana, who I haven't been able to like sit down and talk to for a while. And then spent the weekend with my friend Lauren. And I am just grateful to be we're at a place, we've been friends now for like 10 years. Which is funny to think because like we met through Kind of Funny, and I'm like, oh, time's like a weird flat circle. But where we can just like, we don't necessarily have to have plans anymore. It's just like, oh, we're both reading on the couch, or like there's a movie on in the background or whatever, and like the comfortability of a friendship where you like don't have to talk all the time and you can just like sit and do your own thing but like hang out with each other is my favorite point to get with people.
I'd never let Chris Hanka have that.
Mike's never known a silent moment in his entire life. I
I'd
hear your
never
phone
let
playing
him have
YouTube
that.
videos 24/7.
That's why if Chris Anka even stops moving for a second,
I'm on his ass.
Mike's on
Yeah.
him, just make sure he's still alive, checking his breath, checking his heart rate.
Just always a question, always something to talk
Oh,
about.
Always.
wait till you hear the stories on
Jeez.
Thursday, man.
I cannot
I'm telling
wait.
you.
Kind of
we
Funny
sat
podcast,
down
Thursday.
at this
Mike's
VIP
crazy Chapel Run
table,
story.
and we had people cycling through. We were meeting and greeting people. Chris hated every single minute of it. I told a girl about our podcast, and he walks up to me and goes, "Don't tell her about the podcast."
Oh my god.
Oh man. There we go. Okay, well thank you. That was our last question of the day.
You should watch the game on BET.
Me
like
and
you'd fuck
Joey
with it.
both looked it up. We might be watching
Oh yeah.
the game.
I don't
Get
know
ready.
any what
I remember
what
it
is
being like pretty good.
The game on BET.
Is it it's a football thing?
Yeah. That's why
Okay.
when he said like fantasy football, I was like, wait, are you talking about the BET
Yes.
show?
Oh, it was a spin-off of Girlfriends. And then
I forget
all
who
this
stars
stuff.
in it.
I don't know.
I know this
ladies-
guy.
Oh,
This
Tia
guy's been in a ton of
Mowry and
stuff.
Brandy
Yeah, Tia's in it.
eventually. This is very exciting. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us for the happy hour. We will be back in
Big
6
day.
minutes.
Big day today, y'all. We started off early. You got Kind of Funny Games Daily. You got Gamescast. You got a stream. We're going to play Shroud's new video game.
Ooh.
You want to come join us? Bless, you
excited
know
for
you're
this.
more than welcome.
I'm
We're
excited
going to check
for
it out.
this.
It's very interesting, Bless, where you have two versions of yourself. It was
Oh,
like
wait,
that
this is a
one.
different
We've
one.
seen it before, but like you can
It's
put a
nothing about
double
it,
out
really.
there, and then you can catch people in between the two of you and switch back and forth.
Wasn't
It's
that like
crazy.
Echo something? Echo
Yeah,
Arena?
we've seen it once before, but we'll see if it's good this time.
What if I told you that Tia Mowry's in the game? Come on.
I think that guy Boris is in the game. I've seen Boris from Real Husbands of Hollywood with Kevin Hart.
Just saying. My sister loved that show.
I have.
Hey now.
Oh
Hey, now.
man! Thank you, everybody. We'll be back in 5 minutes with Kind of Funny Games Daily.
Love ya.
Bye.